Hey, this is Shiraz, and before we get started, I just want to let you know that when I clear something for someone, when I cause a shift, I tend to yawn and cough from the energetic shift that happens. I don't know why it happens. It's just how my body works. And if you don't know that, you're going to listen to this video and go, what the hell is wrong with this guy? You might still think that, but now there's more of an explanation. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you hear something that you can absolutely relate to, when I cleared for them, you can get it cleared for you too. Just say yes when they're saying yes, and it works. I have people that watch these videos every morning to get stuff cleared. This can be your new morning habit too. Okay, that's enough for that. Let's get on with the video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get a great shift out of it. See you soon.
I still haven't launched my podcast. Things are going well for me in my life, I guess, in a lot of the major areas overall. I want to shortcut this and not make it too long of a story, but I don't like getting put into boxes, and I've been analyzed and put into boxes, I feel, quite a lot, especially in this space, and some of it can be very helpful. But lately, or very recently, I was at a channeling workshop with Paul Selig in Austin and met a woman who I had no idea of what she did, but she did human design. And so she gave me my analysis, and it was the first time I'd heard it. And I went through like this range of emotion. Like I got so upset, like I'm being controlled like a marionette puppet. And that doesn't seem right. And why am I playing in this structure and the big victim junk? And then I realized, okay, so this is here to show me finally, even though I've been not wanting to look at it, that these are things that I can understand, these patterns that I can see in myself. And so what can I do to flourish in this space? And even since that realization, I haven't talked to her again yet. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm thinking, even since that realization of the structure, even though I don't like it, I don't think it's fair, I don't agree, I didn't make this decision to put these structures over people that are energetically affecting them from an astrological, cosmological standpoint. I see the benefit and the value of it. So I feel like from this position, I should be able to launch this podcast, whether I make any money on it or not. It's not about me. I'm struggling. I'm going back and forth with a lot of that stuff about, okay, I launched this podcast. It's about art. It helps people have an alternative to talk therapy. So it's going to help people. This is what I feel, that the bigger picture is my role to play in the whole thing. My little piece of this is to talk about some things that I'm aware of, some connections that have been made evident to me about the etheric realm, and optimism about the ability to create things with your mind and remain open to that which you can't even imagine being better than what you can imagine. And so I still haven't done it yet. And it's like every moment that goes on, it's like, well, I don't really want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's been too long. It's never going to happen. Why haven't I been supported better? So I don't know how to get out of this circular path. Even if we didn't talk today, I think I finally would get out of it based on what has recently come to light. But anything that you could do to ignite that would be great. Thank you.
Okay. All right. First of all, I want you to take this whole thing and look at it from a different point of view. You're about to create a life for yourself on earth. Okay. So look at it from the spiritual point. I'm about to create Patricia, and I want her to go through this journey and have these things happen as part of her growth as a person. So in order to do that and put in the right structure, I will make her I don't know what you are, reflector, manifesting generator.
Generator.
The generator. Okay. So I'm going to make
2-4 generator.
For generator. So it's not that you were forced into a structure. You decided this is the structure I'm going to put in place for the journey I wanted to go on. Right? So that still puts you in the space of this is what I've decided to create, as opposed to this is where I'm trapped.
But I didn't know it. It was some aspect of me that I didn't know. And I'm very upset that somebody didn't come tell me this, back when I was 0 or 5.
Oh, because when you did this, you're like, well, I'm not going to let her know until she's this old. Right? that would be a cheat. It would be too easy. She's not going to go through the journey she needs to if I tell her too soon.
I have to say something else here really quickly.
Nope.
I had this realization that the men that I have dated in my life have been very trying type of people. They've had serious issues, some which I feel I've humbly been able to help them over with, some not. It's like, I thought to myself the other day, what if I signed up? What if I get bored when I'm here on Earth? So I signed up and said, hey, give me the most challenging crap you can. Like, I really feel like maybe it's possible that I did. I might have done that. And so I think that I'm at a point where I might have been, the things have been out of balance. If most people think it's half good, half bad, I think I've been about 80-20. So I'm in the over, I've crossed over into a space where I feel like now we're in the 80% good, 20% bad. Okay. And it's just, I'm a little bit in shock. I think you said something earlier in this presentation about switching things too quickly, or there was a woman that did. She mentioned something, I think, okay. You know, when you make changes too fast, you need to, you have to have some way to assimilate it. I think that's what's happening. It's good and it's trending in that direction. It's just like, oh my gosh, can you just give me a shot and, you know, make me relax enough to take this modification in stride?
Okay. So, and then it comes back to a question I asked earlier. Can it be easy?
Yes.
Okay, that's actually coming up true. Do you want it to be easy?
Yes.
That's not as true.
Yes. No, I do.
I know consciously you do. I get that. Okay. But we're talking about what's going on under the surface.
Okay, let me say what the one thing that came up in my heart was, if it was easy, like, would I get bored? Like, yeah. Would I get bored? What if it was so easy I just got bored? Like, oh, this is all you have to do between here and December. And what if I did that tomorrow? Like, what would I fill my time with? I would probably get bored.
Yeah. So this is the story, is that I have to make it harder or I'll get bored.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just the story. If it's easy, then you create something even bigger that's going to feel like more of a challenge.
Absolutely.
But here's what most people do. So there are obstacles and there are challenges. Okay. Obstacles are where things come up that you don't want to deal with, and you have to resolve it and get them out of the way so you can continue on your path. Challenges are where I'm here and I want to get here, so let me figure out a way to get up there. So obstacles, the pattern is, this stuff's crap, and then I get back to where I am. Challenges, the path is this way. What happens when you're afraid that you might get bored is you put obstacles in the way so that it doesn't feel boring. Doesn't give you that elevation, which is why your podcast doesn't launch, but now you're not getting bored, and you're ensuring that you're not getting bored because you keep throwing obstacles in the way.
Yes, and procrastination also creates obstacles.
Yes.
In a sense of anxiety and like,
yes.
You know, yeah.
Good. So you're putting the obstacles in the way to keep from getting bored. When you get that without the obstacles, you won't be bored because you'll just put challenges in. Challenges are always expansive. Challenges feel great because you're on this journey. There's never going to be boredom. Right? I created a program, $1 Million Impact Makers, that takes women to $1 million in sales in 2 years or less. And, you know, that was the challenge. Can I create a program like that? Now the program's up and running. People are signing up for the program. So am I going to be bored now? It's like, no, I guess I'm going to have to do a $10 million Impact Maker program next, because let's see if I can pull that off. And as they graduate, I'll just flip them into that. So it's all good. And then if a couple of years down the line, when they get through that program, well, maybe we'll go to the $100 million. Like, why not? So I'm never going to be bored. I'm not going to create problems along the way. Will some problems show up? Yeah, that's just life. But I don't actively manifest problems anymore.
Well, and what I'm hearing, the way you're describing it is, I should trust myself enough by now to be able to create something to fill that space. I'm not going to get bored. Yep. Why not allow myself to create something bigger and more expansive and more exciting and more impactful and more far-reaching, rather than piddly stuff where I'm like on the phone for 2 hours. And then at the end of the day, I know, I'm very well aware. I'm like, I'm on the phone for 2 hours with customer support with something that should have just run like that. And had it run like that, then I could have expanded, upsold,
Yep.
blessed more people, all that stuff. So that's the piece. It's like, trust it. Trust us, Patricia. We're going to be able to help you create something wild and amazing. You don't need to fill the time with aggravations and disconnections. And, I'm hearing a storm outside. We've had so many crazy storms here in Houston, Texas. I'm just like, hey, who's doing this weather stuff? It's like everything's shut down every other day over here. So, okay, I'm here. I hear you. I get it.
So are you willing to step out of the story that you have to keep creating problems to keep from getting bored?
Yes.
Are you willing to step out of the story that if you create huge success, you will get bored?
Yes.
And are you willing to step out of the story that it's never easy?
Yes.
Okay, how's that feel?
Good. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a like. And if you had a shift of your own, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Also, check out the description for energetic magic events that you can attend every single month. Be well, be aware, and be magical.